Hello, this is Enzo back again with a podcast, and today's podcast is, well, it's inspired by a session that I've just had with somebody, and they don't mind me talking about it as long as I don't mention their name, but they know it's inspired by what they've just told me. It was a life coaching, or should I say business coaching session I've just had with someone who has just royally screwed up. What really came out of this was, no matter how bad things get, this was the conclusion, no matter how bad things get, there's always a chance you can turn things around. If your heart is pumping, if you still be able to breathe, you still can put air, in oxygen in your lungs, and your senses work, the ones that you need, then there's still a chance you can turn this around. No matter how bad it is. And if you can't turn it around, you can learn from it, so you put it towards something that you're going to succeed at next time. Either way, no matter what happens to you, you can take that and do whatever you want with it. And this really inspired me to talk to you about your past. Now, there's so many of us that have got a past that we hold on to and have as our story for why we can't have the life that we want in the future. Our story for why things are dim. So I just want to come to you now and say, come on, I know our past makes us, but it doesn't have to bring us down. Our past is there because it's stuff we did in the past. And that's exactly what it is. It's in the rear view mirror. And if you're driving, constantly looking at the rear view mirror, then guess what's going to happen? Not only are you going to live there emotionally and relive it over and over again, but you're going to bloody crash. You're not looking where you're going. So this little snippet today, and it's what we covered in that session, was how to handle the past. Now, things happen to us, right? Now, you just think of this person in a company. They've had a tsunami come into their company, which is basically something's happened that's pretty much going to take the company down if they don't react. It's a big problem. Now, most of the staff ran away, metaphorically. Most of the staff blamed other people for it. But as the leader of this company, the person I've just spoke to, they don't have that luxury. They are the person that needs to sort it out. So when this tsunami comes in, when this bad news, this challenge comes into the company, they've got to take a step to the side, see this challenge from a different angle, and come up with a reaction that's going to help them survive. So everybody, all the staff that are running away, look to this person for the answer. This person is not allowed to run with them. This person has to stand up and say, what are we going to do about it? What's next? Same with you. If you're going through life and you're allowing something that's happened in the past to hold you back, or something that's just denting your confidence because of what someone else did, or a failure that you had in the past, something you did and you screwed up, and that's like made you more sensitive to it now and hesitant, I want you to always think, just like this boss has to think, how can I see this in a different way and use it? Now, when it comes to the past, there's two things. You've got two options. Firstly, can you change it? If it's happened already, I want you to go through this filter first. Can I change it? Can I rectify what happened? If not, number two, how can I change the meaning of it? Now, the meaning you give things, what you attach to something that happens in life, is personal. It's up to you how you do this. Like I say, that tsunami of a problem coming, most people will say, this is the end. I can't believe this is happening to us. Oh my God, what are we going to do? That's the meaning they can give it. It's the end. Whereas this boss can't do that. This boss has to look at it and say, how is this challenge going to help us? How are we going to get on top of this tsunami and ride this wave? How is it going to be painful right now, but in the future, it's going to help us become even stronger? You know what? Different questions. They're giving this, they know that this is going to be a blessing in the long run. It's painful now, but it's a blessing. That's the meaning they're giving this tsunami. So two things that I want you to really, really remember and use this every single day. If somebody says something to you like a criticism, can I change that criticism? Or can I change the way I'm viewing it, the meaning? If you can't change it, what can I do about it? Then I can just believe something else that helps me. You got it? That is a power. You have power to give and attach meanings to every single thing that's outside of your control. So if you did screw up, if you did have that car crash and it didn't end well, if you did go bankrupt, How can you use that? You can't change it. It's happened. Fine. So how can I change the meaning so it empowers me, not bring me down to my knees? It sounds a bit scary, but you can attach this, you can try this to anything in life. Take a look around. You've had a bad relationship, right? Or a string of bad relationships. You look at them relationships and say, instead of that person who hurt me so bad allowing me to mess up my next relationship because I'm not as open now, I'm a bit more sensitive to it, a bit more scared of being hurt again, which you know what's going to happen if you do that. You're going to screw the next one up. Instead of doing that, you look at that past relationship and say, you know what? I'm better off without them. They didn't even deserve me. This is giving it a different meaning, right? They didn't even deserve me. I can now go out there and give love to somebody who deserves it. So you can't change that last relationship. It's gone. You don't want to. You don't want to go back with them. So you change the meaning of it. It's the making of me. It's made me stronger. I am now sensitive to people that are like that. If I see another one, I'll see them a mile off. So I'll stay away. You'll just know the traits. But also, the meaning you attach to it is that wasn't the right person for you. Now you're allowed to go and give love to the person who does deserve it. And all of a sudden, what happens? All of a sudden, it puts you in the now, puts you in the next, and also it makes you feel better. Not just relationships. You could have screwed up in sport. And it's like, I can't believe I crashed the car in the, if you're a race driver. I can't believe I missed that goal, that penalty. And instead of having that bring you down and knock your confidence, the next time you're taking a penalty or driving that car, you say, okay, now I know when it's windy, I don't kick it that way. Or when it's windy, I don't take the corner flat out if the wind's behind me because I know the aero won't work. So you're changing it. You're changing what's going to happen. No, you're not changing it, sorry. You're changing the meaning. So next time it's going to help you grow and improve. This is just normal failure as feedback, right? Same for you in life. No matter what it is, if something's happened, you either change it or you change the meaning you attach to it. You do this and you will give yourself such mental strength, such mental clarity, and you will be able to live in the now and next instead of living in the past. And that's the goal. So free yourself from the past, take control, either change it or change the meaning.